Doctors and nurses appointed to tackle the outbreak of COVID-19 in Nagaland expressed disappointment towards Nagaland government over non-payment of salaries. Reportedly, the last salary drawn by the affected health workers was in the month of June. Dimapur Bongs, in collaboration with Dimapur Municipal Council, organized a cleanliness drive at Kalibari Road near DMC office on Sunday. Public urged to begin cleanliness and hygiene activities from one's respective home. Shamadar Battalion Assam Rifles on Sunday organized World Mental Health Day and awareness on women's health at Baptist Church, Sangpur Village, Shamadar Tiansang. Our Assam Rifles organizes awareness on women's health, antenatal and obstetrics care. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar to embark on a 3-day nation tour to Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan and Armenia, respectively from October 10 to 13. Hello and welcome to Nltv. You are watching English Primetime. I'm Chipen Kung and here are the stories in details. Celebrating 50 years of India's victory in 1971 into Pakistan war, Nltv had an exclusive interview with the wife and daughter of Lieutenant Colonel Cyril Jonathan alias Shauri Chakra winner 1971 war. Lieutenant Colonel Cyril received the highest gallantry award, and to honor him, the soil from the property of Lieutenant Colonel Cyril was taken and shall be put in War Memorial Museum. Lieutenant Colonel Cyril's wife said that they are honored and feel proud to be given respect and honor for her husband's sacrifice even after 50 years.
तो हमें आजिलो प्रोग्राम ये तो दिखा नहीं सुना ये तो सर एलियास ला माकिलो एक ता दुटा कोता होदी लोगों को ने जाने तो मैम.
So this is the 50th year of Indo-Pakistan war, and my dad received one of the highest gallantry award. So this is to honor him, and they are taking soil from our property, and then they are going to put it in the War Memorial Museum. So yes, we are very proud of it.
So like what, ma'am? I want to ask ma'am, like, how do you feel? Kinga feel grass iniga man ain honor there.
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत इतना साल के बाद 50 इयर्स के बाद ही हम लोग को हमारा हस्बैंड का जो आर्मी में अच्छा काम किया इन्होंने रेस्पेक्ट दिया और 50 इयर्स के बाद जुबली बनाया इन्होंने तो हम लोगों को भी बस बहुत चीफ गेस्ट बना के दिया और अभी लोगों को और आर्मी लोगों को बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Hi, I'm Judith Elias. My dad was Lieutenant Colonel C.J. Elias. He's being honored for Indo-Pakistan War, 1971. He went through the landmines and then he got 3 tanks out, which is usually not possible. So he got one of the highest gallantry award. So that's what the whole respect has been. And we were very honored yesterday as well in Rangapahar and today as well. So, yes, thank you.
Today we have come to the residence of Lieutenant Colonel John Elias, who was a war veteran and Shauri Chakra winner in the 71 war. As part of the Swarnam Vijay Varsh ceremony, which is going on in the entire country, the flame was marched off by the Honorable Prime Minister from Delhi in December, and there were 4 flames which is travelling in the 4 cardinals, north, south, east and west. So the eastern flame has now reached Dimapur, and just to honour all the war veterans and those who fought in the war, we have now come to the location and the home of Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Elias, and we have collected soil from his home so that we can memorize his contribution to the great victory of India over Pakistan in the 71 war.
Several doctors and nurses who were appointed to tackle the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic in Nagaland expressed disappointment over non-payment of salaries by the government. The affected health workers alleged that the government has not appreciated their services, though they have been rendering their best services since their appointment in November. Reportedly, the health workers received their last salaries in the month of June, and since then it has been a standstill. The affected community has expressed the difficulties emerging from non-payment of their salaries. Several doctors and nurses have shifted to other sectors, and some have even joined for higher studies. Shamadar Battalion Assam Rifles under the aegis of HQ Aiker North observed World Mental Health Day and awareness on women's health on 10th October at Sangpur Baptist Church, Sangpur Village, Shamadar in Tuensang District. The event was aimed to commemorate Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, focused at creating awareness amongst local population regarding importance of having World Mental Health Day. Measures for good mental health were briefed to the people present in the gathering. As requested by the Women's Society of Sangpur Village, a lecture calm awareness on women's health, including antenatal and obstetrics care, was also covered on the same day. A lecture calm PowerPoint presentation was also delivered by Second-in-Command Jacob Lalmolsam, CMO Shamadar Battalion Assam Rifles on women's health, and a total of 220 women benefited from the awareness drive. Chakrama Youth Organization on Saturday held a press conference regarding the 51st Chakrama Sports Meet 2021. During the press conference, CYO informed that there will be a football match for men and a volleyball match both for men and women. They further informed that the winners will receive a prize money worth rupees 50,000 and football men and second prize worth rupees 30,000, while the volleyball winners for men and women will get a prize money worth 20,000, and for the runner-up it will be 15,000. It is to be mentioned that this is a running trophy and that they would select more than 100 participants to play in the upcoming 50th anniversary of Angami Sports Association on February 2022.
Our parent body is Chakrama Public Organization. Aru mohan do under sports activities kan karne mohan group A, B, C, D kurigena divide kurigena ase. Group A constitutes of villages from Mezipema area, or Group D, and Group C also we have villages from Razapema, Sochonama, and New Chumukidima area. Group B constitutes of villages from Chumukidima area, and Group A constitutes of villages from Dimapur town, which we call it Kuda area, Kuda unit. Last year, talked to Holedo Amihan for almost a decade. Chakrama Sports Association Kurigina Sports Department ekta Sports Association ekta alag Kurigina thakije. And for almost a decade to Holedo Chakrama Sports Association brahe group Kurigina ido Chakrama Sports Meet to khilegi je. Annually khile kintu ekta salle holedo football, volley and games, and ekta salle do holedo naga wrestling ito organize korege amihan.
Officials of Focus Nagaland and International Potato Center on Saturday held a meeting at the office of the CIB Busa, New Delhi. The meeting was held to discuss about a project proposal to develop a low-cost potato seed production system for improved livelihoods and food security for resource-poor farmers of Nagaland as a sub-project within the Focus project. While speaking at a meeting, APC and MD of Focus Nagaland, Waikiketo Sema, stated that Nagaland has a varied agroclimatic condition and that production of potato could be done in all the 3 seasons of the year. The regional director of CIB Asia, Dr. Somarentu Mohande, appreciated the visit of the Focus team and mentioned that while the project is expected to be funded through the Focus project, CIB will serve as a technical partner. Furthermore, the team of CIP is expected to visit the state very soon for further discussion and site visits. The signing of the MOU with the government of Nagaland is expected before the end of the year after the approval of IFAD. As a preventive measure, Peck District Administration in Nagaland on Saturday ordered a blanket ban on import, slaughter and transit of buffaloes within Mallory subdivision. The Peck District Administration issued the order following the assessment report of a joint verification team on the death of a large number of buffaloes in the subdivision due to a bacterial disease recently. Meanwhile, the on-spot assessment of the deaths of buffaloes in the villages of Kanjang, Rekari and Aken village was conducted from October 7 to 9. The team is led by Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority Assistant Manager Jonji Odio. As per the assessment report, 112 buffaloes from Rekari village, 82 from Kanjang village and 10 from Aken village were confirmed to have died due to the disease, while several other buffaloes are still reported to be missing, while the total number of affected families stand at 106. All Nagaland Kung Fu Association held a press conference at Hotel the Oriental Timapur regarding the 6th National Kung Fu Championship and School Game Kung Fu Orientation Training Camp 2021, which is being organized by Shaolin Traditional Kung Fu Association of India. The championship will take place in Pune, Maharashtra, starting from October 25 to October 29. They further informed that they have selected 10 individuals to represent Nagaland. Furthermore, it is to be mentioned that all Nagaland Kung Fu Association is affiliated to All India Kung Fu Association, Northeast Kung Fu Sports Federation, International Kung Fu Federation, Southeast Asian Kung Fu Federation, and is recognized by World Traditional Kung Fu Federation. It has been learned that ANKFA is yet to be registered under the government of Nagaland, and all of their activities are funded by donations from well-wishers.
We are All Nagaland Kung Fu Association. Do All India Kung Fu Federation Lodi affiliation আছে আৰু এটো every year আমি এটো national championship দি চাই থাকি আৰু this time বি এটো October 25 to 29 এটো আমাৰ পুনি মহাৰাষ্ট্ৰ দি এটো championship organize কৰা আছে আৰু তাদিবৰা এটো select কৰি কিনা Southeast Asian এটো championship চাবলৈ এটো selection বি আছে. Every year, Abian Yadivan Nagaland represent going up. Like Northeast, Valley, regional, national, in a championship, Alala organized Kuradi Chaitaki. Mostly Aman Northeast Kung Fu Federation. We are very much closely needed, and then we help each other in promoting the Kung Fu sports, especially in Northeast area. The fastest growing Amian Chase. Do Amian Itedak Ahadi do.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to launch the digital platform for the first ever National Infrastructure Master Plan on Wednesday with an aim to boost infrastructure development in the country and to generate employment. The master plan, called PM Gati Shakti, will encompass infrastructure advancements that focus on networks between states, rail, air and streams to build a holistic infrastructure. Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan was announced on Independence Day. Furthermore, the master plan will bring together 16 ministries, including 7 core infrastructure sectors, on one platform to synergize project planning across stakeholder ministries to avoid duplication, expedite clearances and plug gaps at the right time. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi on Sunday slams Prime Minister Narendra Modi by saying that the former is silent over the alleged murders of farmers and PGP workers in Lakhimpur Kheri incident where the alleged Ashish Mishra, Tenny's son of Union Minister of State for Home Affairs Ajay Mishra, Tenny is said to have arrived with 3 vehicles around the time that farmers were dispersing from their protest at the helipad and mowed down farmers and even attacked SKM leader by trying to run a vehicle over him. Rahul Gandhi also said that the PM is silent over rising inflation, surge in oil prices and unemployment in the country. Addressing a massive crowd at the Kisan Nyay Justice for Farmers rally in Varanasi, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra said that the country is not the property of the Prime Minister and his ministers. She assured the crowd that this country is theirs. She said this country was about faith. In her speech, she said that here farmers feed the citizens and their sons protect the country's borders. But these farmers are now in the hope of justice. Around the same time, the PM came to Uttar Pradesh to attend some celebratory events, but he did not have the time to meet the aggrieved families Vadra aided. She said Modi did not have time to speak to farmers who had been protesting for almost a year against the 3 centrally passed agri laws.
उनके बच्चों को धमकाया। दुनिया के कोने-कोने तक हमारे प्रधानमंत्री घूम सकते हैं, अमेरिका जा सकते हैं, जापान जा सकते हैं, देश-देश में भ्रमण कर सकते हैं, लेकिन अपने किसानों से बात करने के लिए अपने घर से 10 किलोमीटर दूर दिल्ली के
The National Investigation Agency on Sunday carried out a search operation at 16 places in Jammu and Kashmir. It is being told that this action is being taken in cases related to Voice of Hind magazine and the Bantindi IED recovery case with the help of Central Reserve Police Force and Jammu and Kashmir Police. The raids were carried out in 9 locations in Srinagar, Anantnag, Kulgam and Baramulla districts on the residences of several traders. According to reports, Voice of Hind VOH is an India-centric online propaganda magazine published on a monthly basis with an aim to incite and radicalize the impressionable youth. Punjab is once again heading towards a major power outage with its thermal plants heading to deficiency of coal in wake of its inadequate supply against the agreement with various subsidiaries of the Coal India Limited, state officials said on Sunday. Most of the plants have been left with fossil fuel storage for 1 or 2 days, and because of this, they are operating at a minimal capacity. To overcome the coal shortage, power cuts have been imposed across the state, ranging from 3 to 4 hours daily. Chief Minister Charanjit Singh Chani has asked the central government to immediately enhance the state's coal supply as per quota to tide over the power crisis with the impending shutdown of its thermal plants. Reviewing the power situation amid the shortage of coal supply on Saturday, the Chief Minister said that all thermal plants are unable to generate full capacity of power due to insufficient coal receipt. Bhartiya Janata Party objected to the use of shoes for decorating a Durga Puja Pandal in Damdam Park, Kolkata on Saturday. BJP alleged that it would hurt religious sentiments of the people. Leader of opposition Suvendu Adhikari opined that the organizers have committed a heinous act by adorning the pandal's wall with shoes and urged the Chief Secretary and Home Secretary to look into the matter. Former Meghalaya Governor and veteran BJP leader Dattagata Roy also stated that everything cannot be tolerated in the name of artistic freedom, and this is a grave insult to good goddess Durga and hurts the religious sentiment. However, organizers of the Puja Pandal in Damdam rejected the assertion and said that the shoe installation on the sidewalk leading to the marquee depicts a farmers' movement in the country, and the Durga idol is surrounded by petty stacks which is set up at a considerable distance from it. Delhi Police Commissioner Rakesh Asthana on Saturday held a meeting with the top officials and discussed about anti-terror measures in the wake of input of terrorist attack. According to reports, the Delhi police have received inputs about a terrorist attack being planned in the national capital during the festive season. Delhi police officials also held discussions on how to prevent terrorists from taking support of locals. Furthermore, Asthana also appealed to the police force to increase their visibility on the ground and step up night patrolling and vigilance. Union Minority Affairs Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has said the entire Hajj 2022 process in India will be 100% digital. Naqvi on Saturday inaugurated an online booking facility at the Hajj House in Mumbai and later in a statement said that India sends the second largest number of Hajj pilgrims after Indonesia. He said the Hajj could not take place in 2020 and this year due to COVID-19 and a decision taken by the Saudi Arabia government in view of the pandemic. The Hajj 2022 will be announced after consultations with different departments concerned in the upcoming Hajj review meeting to be held in New Delhi on October 21. The statement stated that arrangements for spatial training for Hajj 2022 regarding COVID-19 protocols and health and hygiene were being made in India and Saudi Arabia for the pilgrims. Outgoing Chancellor of Germany Angela Merkel on Sunday embarked on a farewell tour to Israel. The farewell tour came following 16 years of glorious friendship between Merkel and Israel. Prime Minister Naftali Bennett stated that he and Merkel would engage in a discussion on regional threats and challenges focusing on Iranian nuclear issues. The visit is Merkel's 8th and final visit to Israel as Germany's Chancellor. Merkel was scheduled to visit Israel in the month of August but postponed her visit owing to sudden withdrawal of U.S. allies, including Germany, from Afghanistan. The 67-year-old trained physicist shall be receiving an honorary doctorate from Haifa's Technion Israel Institute of Technology. Merkel shall also pay a visit to Yad Vashem Holocaust Memorial and meet with Israeli tech leaders. The German politics veteran shall be a guest to recently sworn-in Bennett. And that's all we have for you now. For more news and updates, keep watching Nagaland TV.